Hey everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So I'm standing today, and we all know what that means. I'm reorganizing my bookshelves again. Yay. So we are actually moving again in a couple of months. We're hoping end of October, early November time. So I only have a few more months with these three little shelves here, and so I thought, why not reorganize it one more time, because as you can see, I have a lot of books here and some more down there that you can't see that don't have a home on these shelves, and I need to find a way to make them fit. Today's mission is to fit these books onto the shelf. I also need to clean the shelves because they are disgustingly dusty. Like, it's embarrassing how dusty they are, so I need to clean the shelves as well. So I will be taking all the books off, dusting all the shelves really well, and then putting the books back on. I generally love how the shelves look at this current moment, so I don't want to change them up too much. I just need to make some adjustments, some minor changes in order to fit these new books on. So I don't have a full plan on what I want to do. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take pictures of the bookshelves before I take them all off so that I can remember what they look like right now, minus the mess. So I can put them back as they are currently to the best of my abilities, obviously with some changes. I love reorganizing my bookshelves, but I also know that it's warm today, so that's not ideal, and I don't know how it's gonna go, you know? So I'm gonna take all the books off, I'm gonna dust the shelf, and then I'll try to talk to you guys about some semblance of a plan. Okay, so the shelves are now all cleared off. I dusted them, and looking at all the books now on my bed and on my floor, I'm regretting the decision to take them all off now, just a little bit. Kind of wishing I just did it like shelf by shelf, dusted the shelf, put the books back on kind of thing, but decisions were made. Only slight regret. It's fine. But now I realize it's going to be a bit harder to tell you guys like my plan for the shelves. What I do know is I think there's a couple of books I might take off of the shelf if I don't have enough space for all the new books, just because I've already read them since we've been here, so I'm not going to reread them, or I'm not going to talk about them in a video, or they're books I just don't think I'm going to read while we're here, so I'll get to that when I get to that. I also did have a couple of books displayed outwards on the shelf that I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice, and I just have to remind myself that it's just for a couple of months, and then I'll have so much bookshelf space in the new house that I can display all the books if I wanted to, you know? I'm not even sure where I'm gonna start. Maybe on the romance shelves, which were predominantly on this little bookcase here on the first couple of shelves, because I feel like I have a direction for that and how to fit the new books that I got, because I got quite a few new romance books to add. And then maybe I'll just start putting the shelves back that I for sure know aren't going to change from how they were a minute ago, and then we'll go from there. first 3 shelves. Let me pan up a little bit so you can see the top one. Beautiful. Originally, I wasn't going to stack these 3 books there. For some reason, Berkeley decided to make my life annoying. This is a really weird angle. And make each 3 of these books, all by the same author, different heights. And the only way that I can stand to have them on my shelf together is if I stack them just so. So here we are. This is what the shelf is looking like. And I like it. It's causing me some space issues. And then we have this shelf. Pretty much looks the same as it did before. I just added a novel love story. And again, all 3 of these books by Ashley Poston are a different height, just ever so slightly. And then I added Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, which I read recently and I loved. I thought that I would take an opportunity while reorganizing my shelves to kind of share some new books that I've gotten, some books that I've read. I do want to film a recent reads video soon so I can talk more in depth about them. But Peyton was so kind as to send me this book recently, and I read it on vacation and it was beautiful. I read it in a sitting. It was amazing, and I think it looks so beautiful right there. I also read a novel love story recently and I'm absolutely obsessed with this one as well. I tabbed it up, even though I've never tabbed her adult romances before, but something came over me and I just had to tab this one. It was really, really good. And I just love how bright her books are. They're beautiful. And then I did this shelf, which again is pretty much the same. I think I took 1 or 2 books off that I just don't think I'm going to get to while we're here, so I don't feel like they need to take up space on the bookshelf. But overall, I think this looks cute. These books originally were over there, but when I put them over there and like moved all of these to be up against it, it was like right under Funny Story. And I do like to try to stagger stacks and displays, so I ended up just switching the sides that it's on, and I think it looks fine. But now I have a dilemma on what to do on this bottom shelf. These are all the books that were kind of originally there with the addition of some new books, and I don't know how they're all going to fit down here, so I might have to take some books off. I think I'm going to take Anna Green Gables off, this vintage copy that I bought since we've been here, because I have my annotated copy that I brought with me. So I feel like this one, since it is fairly chunky, also look at that sun damage. I bought it this way. Since it is pretty chunky, I think I don't need to have 2 copies of Anne on these shelves. Okay, 1 book taken off. That'll save me some space. I also have some graphic novels, all of which that I've read. So we have Rainbow Volume 1 and we have The New Girl, which I just read and also really enjoyed. It was really cute. It deals with like periods, like getting your first period, which I thought was really great. And also the character's immigration story, it's all tied into one. It's really beautiful. So I have both of these, and I also have Stars in Their Eyes, which I also really enjoyed. So I'm going to try to make room for these on the shelves because I think they're really cute. But if I can't fit them, especially since they all are like different sizes as well, it's the bane of my existence. I don't know if I'm going to want them on the shelf. So I'll figure it out, see if there's room. But like there's no rhyme or reason to any of these books. I've got 2 Sally Thorne books that no longer fit. Actually, you know what? Okay, on the top shelf I have 2 young adult books, and there's no other young adult books on that top shelf. So I think I'm gonna move. It's Simon Versus and Kate in Waiting, both by Becky Albertalli. So I think I'm gonna switch those out for these because these should fit in their place. So I'm gonna move those up there. But yeah, I've got like the most random mixture of books. I've got arcs, I've got like spooky romances, I've got like some tall romances, some classics. It's gonna be a very random shelf, which is why it's on the bottom, where you guys cannot really see it. I'm going to try to finagle something here that resembles something that I want to look at occasionally, you know? And we're just gonna have to, you know, fit all these misfit books together that don't really fit anywhere else. Okay, so I have this shelf mostly filled, but I still have these 4 like mass market paperback like classics, Ella Montgomery and Pride and Prejudice, that have nowhere to go on this shelf. So I'm thinking I might have to take the graphic novels off. I put 2 down here and 1 at the end there, and I just think I have to take them off. I've already read them all. I'm not going to reread them while I'm here, so I think I need to take them off and see if that helps me at all to fit things back on this shelf. I might have to revert it back to exactly how it was before. We're just gonna have to see. I don't know. This shelf was never my favorite to begin with, so I think I just need to work with it how I can and just move on, because I've got so many more books to get through. Like, let me just show you. I meant to show you earlier, so obviously some books are not here anymore, but like so many books here, and then I've got books here and books on the floor, just books everywhere, and so many empty shelves to fill. So I need to figure out this shelf real quick so that I can move on. Okay, so I think this is as good as this shelf is gonna get. I really don't want Alex Approximately to be there. It looks ridiculous, but there's literally no other spot for it, and I adore that book, so it must stay on the shelf. Yeah, it's like the most random assortment of books ever, so I'm glad that you guys never actually get to see the shelf while I'm filming other videos, but this is what we're looking at. So I think right now I'm gonna move on to some random shelves on the bookcases that I know are gonna stay exactly the same. That way I can work on some of the trickier shelves. Shelf, I want to do a bit of like a mystery kind of spooky shelf almost. The books that were already there are here, but I have a couple of new ones to add that I'm really excited about. So we have the reappearance of Rachel Price, which Peyton just recently gifted to me as well. She's too kind. Her little gift note in there, and I used bloody washi tape to put it in there, and I just think that is so fitting for this book. But I also recently read this book on vacation, and my god, this book was so good. I've loved every Holly Jackson book I've read so far, but this one, not gonna lie, kind of blew me away. I really enjoyed this one, so I'm really excited to finally be able to officially add it to the bookshelves. And I also recently acquired As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson, which is the final book in the A Good Girl's Guide to a Murder series. I don't know exactly how I want to put them on the shelf. I need to look at how it looked before. Okay, so I had these books right there with the Library of Shadows facing out. I cannot push that one in, it's too beautiful. And then She is a Haunting, which I really want to get to this fall. And then I had 9 Liars right there, but I think I'm gonna move 9 Liars over since it's like really colorful and the rest of the books are not. I think I'll put As Good as Dead right there. Hopefully this fits. Oh yeah, that was satisfying. Look at that. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. This is like the kind of mood I'm in right now. I'm like in the mood for fall, in the mood for the thrillery, mystery, spooky kind of books. I'm obsessed. This is exactly how I wanted this to look. Beautiful. Okay, the shelves are done. I did the last few shelves off camera because I was really struggling with where to fit some books, and I'm still not fully satisfied with it, so I might like play around with it a little bit over the coming days. I also do have some books that are pre-ordered that are coming out in September, so I'm gonna have to try to find space for those again, so I'll probably change a little bit from now until when we move. But the shelves are done. I put all the decorations back and everything, and overall I'm fairly satisfied with them. I think my favorite shelves always and forever are the 3 romance shelves that are right here. They're just so colorful and they make me really happy, and I've got some great new additions on there like the X Vows by Jessica Joyce and the Great Dating Fake Off by Libby Hart, as well as, like I mentioned earlier, a novel love story and Just for the Summer. Got some great books on here that I'm very happy about. I also was able to display my finished copy of This Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings, which, by the way, as I'm filming this, is a New York Times bestseller. Just hit the list today. I'm so excited for her. So I had to make sure that that was in a place of glory that you guys would be able to see when I do film in front of my bookshelf. So real happy about that. But yeah, it was like playing a game of Tetris almost on some of these shelves to get the books to fit, and I did have to take quite a few books off, but overall I'm really satisfied with the shelves. I'm still able to display some books that I really didn't want to not display. So yeah, let me give you guys a full overview of the shelves and then we can do the outro. Okay, so here is the full overview of the bookcases. I love them. I think they are very pretty. So up here I put Little Women because I know I'm not going to get to it before we move, so I just plopped it up there. I've got a random assortment of books. I don't love this shelf, I'm going to be honest. Shatter Me and Shadow and Bone, my V.E. Schwab little miniature shelf. I've got some YA contemporaries, more YA contemporaries, mainly YA contemporaries. There's a couple of middle grades on there. I've got The Last Love Song, my ARC and my final copy, along with Heartstopper. I also have this Looney that is Anna Green Gables. This is new and my friend got it for me. It's a little hard to show, but I love it. I've got the romance shelves like I talked about and you guys saw earlier. The mismatched shelf that I honestly don't really love, but that's fine because no one really sees it. This shelf did not change at all. This shelf didn't change, it just moved because it used to be here, but like I said, I wanted to make sure this Ravenous Fate got its moment to shine. But I don't really love this part of the shelf, so let's just ignore that and look at this Ravenous Fate and how beautiful it is. This shelf I showed you guys and I'm obsessed with it. More YA contemporaries with a couple of middle grades right there. And then another kind of mismatch shelf that I don't really know how to explain. But yeah, these are the shelves. I love them. The next time you guys will see a bookshelf reorganization from me, I will be in the new house, which is crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this bookshelf reorganization. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know how you guys organize your shelves. I'm always curious. Subscribe if you've not yet already, and I'll see you guys next time.